let's have a look at this one. We got the equation y equals to 9x to the power of 2 over 3. That's 2 over 3. Minus 2x plus 5. So this is 2 divided by 3. Now you need to, first we need to find out, the question is find the turning point and the nature of the turning point. To find the turning point, the step 1, always follow the same step. Step 1 is differentiate. So you need to differentiate that one. So you're going to do dy over dx equals to, you need to do differentiate of that one, d over a dx of 9x to the power 2 over 3 minus 2x plus 5. This is an x. Okay, now, and that's supposed to be d over d. Okay, now let's differentiate. So when you differentiate, 9 is here, 2 over 3 comes out, reduce the power by 1. So 2 over 3 minus 1 is minus 1 over 3. You can do that in your calculator. It will give you answer minus 1 over 3. Minus 2, because differential of the x is 0. Obviously, you need to do all the steps. So that becomes a dy over dx equals that. You can do one more step here. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 divided by 3. Or you can just put this value in your calculator and that will give you a 6. So you will have a dy over dx, which is equal to 6x minus 1/3 minus 2. This gives you the first differential. Now the first differential, you need to actually find out the nature and you need to find out the point first. Now this is just there. Now you know, like at the turning point, which is either up or down, the dy over dx is 0. There is no change. This is called stationary point. Turning points are stationary points. So that has to be a 0. So you need to put first differential equal to 0. So step 1, differentiate. Step 2, put that thing equal to 0. So step 1 is just differentiate. And step 2 is put the dy over dx equal 0. So now you got a 6x minus 1/3 minus 2 equal 0. Make it equal to 0. Now once you make it equal to 0, you need to rearrange and find the values of the x. Okay, now how do you find the x from here? So what you're going to do is you can move the 2 on the other side. So that becomes a 6x minus 1/3 equals to 2. You can move the 6, multiply. On the other side, 6 will be divided. So x minus 1/3 is 2 over 6. And you know 2 over 6 is actually a 1/3. And this is x minus 1/3. According to the law of indices, divide by 1 because the same. According to the law of indices, it's up to you. You want to do that step. I need to actually move that one down. So that will become a 1 over x 1 over 3 because the power is positive. And that will be 1 over 3. Yeah. Now I just write that one as it is. Now I need to flip that one or cross multiply. This one goes here, this one goes here, which means 3 is equal x 1/3. Because that 3 can come here and that x minus 3. Or you can just flip that one and flip that one. And that's what you got. Now once you got this thing, this is not the answer. We want an x. So x, to find the x, we need to cube on both sides. Which means I need to do the 3 cube here. And I need to do x 1/3. And then I need to do the cube here because I need to get rid of the cube root. This will cancel, and you will get the x. And the cube of 3 is 27. So this is a turning point. Well, not turning point, x coordinate of the turning point. Now what you need to do is you need to put it back. Now once you got this thing, the next step you need to do is put it back in the real equation. So to find the y coordinate, put x value in the real equation. Real equation, I mean, is the starting equation. The equation which is this one. So we need to put that one. This is 2 over 3. If you can't see properly, 2 over 3. So that's 2 over 3. Now, we put the value of the x, and x value we got 27. So you will need to use a calculator. So y equals to 9, 27, 2 over 3 minus 2 times 27 plus a 5. So when you simplify that one, that will become a 81 minus this is 54 plus a 5, and you can just put that in calculator to get an answer. So we got an answer 32, which means the turning point in this case, the turning point is what's the turning point? 27, 32. Now I don't know how, without plotting, I don't know if the turning point is like this, or I don't know if the turning point is like this. I don't know how the turning point is. Now I need to find out the nature of the turning point. Now to find the nature of the turning point, you have the first differential, which is dy over dx equals 6x to the power of 1 over 3 minus 2. You need to differentiate that again. Make sure you write the full differentiate with respect to x, and you do all the steps. And that will give you, the 6 is already outside, power minus 1/3 comes out, reduce the power by 1. So that will be x, and reduce minus 1/3 minus 1 is going to be that. And differentiation of minus 2 is 0. So 6 times minus 1/3 is minus 2. And that will give me x to the power of, if I simplify that one, you can just put in calculator, minus 1 minus 1/3. That will give you minus 4 over 3. Yep, so that's, you will get. Now, I need to find the nature of the turning point. To find the nature of the turning point, I have the turning coordinates. What are the turning coordinates? These are the turning coordinates, 27, 32. So I need to put that one in there. Now I'm going to write down when x is 27, because x was 27. Put the x 27. The second differential will become d square y over dx square minus 2. And here you got minus 27 and minus 4 over 3. And if I put that one in calculator, it is going to be a negative number anyway. So that's a minus 2. And that's 3 times 4, 381. So that's 81. And that will give me 160 minus 162. I don't care about what's the number. I care about only the sign. So you can write down, as the second differential is negative, so this point is minima, which means the turning point is going to be the minima. If I do on the next slide, as the second differential, we don't care about the number, is a negative. So the turning point, TP stands for turning point. What was the turning point? It was that, and 32, I guess, 32, yeah. Thank you. 32 is, oh, sorry, it's a negative, so it has to be maxima. Did I say minima? No, not minima, maxima. It's the other way around, yeah. So that's a maxima. So which means this point is going to be maxima, so that it's going to be the top point of the curve. If you want to test, you can actually plot the real curve, plot this real curve in Desmos, and you will see your answers. So always, if you want to check your answers, plot this thing in Desmos, and you will find out this point is a turning point, and it is going to be the maxima point, which is the top point here. So let's do that one. So when you plot a graph, the graph comes like something like that, and this is the turning point where you try to turn, and this is 2732, which is the maxima of the curve. Okay, once you have done that one, you can try question number 5 as shown here, and you can just try all the questions A, B, C, D, E, G, and H. If you want to check your answers is correct or incorrect, use a Desmos. Is a very good website. Use Desmos, and then use that website to find if your answers or maximum minima is incorrect or not right. This is I think 3/2. This value, if you can't read, that's a 3/2 here. This is 2/3. So the others are fairly visible.